Hey guys, Forex Customer for BK Forex. Welcome to our Forex Daily Technicals for 7/17. Getting ready for Bernanke testimony. As always, trading Forex on margin carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. I ask you to read this disclaimer very carefully to understand all the risks associated with trading Forex on margin, and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Well, levels in the euro pretty much remain the same. This is not the euro though. This is Aussie Swiss. Let me just get to the euro here. We did break out above 31s today, so that was very constructive. But the euro is still holding against this 32 high, which was the squeeze high from Bernanke's last public testimony, which was last week. So now, ahead of this, clearly anticipation that he's going to be dovish. That's what the market seems to be saying. At the same time, though, and this is kind of very interesting, if he does turn a little bit more hawkish, or if he sort of isn't as dovish as everybody anticipates, we could be setting up ourselves for a perfect recipe for a double top here and a break to the downside. So watch this very carefully. A lot of interesting trade here, both one way or the other. A break above 32.25 opens up a run all the way out to the 34s, but a stall here and a turn back down pretty much constructs a double top over here, and we could be seeing back down to 130. 130 is the key support to the downside, 32.20 to the top side. That's pretty much the story in euro as we face Bernanke tomorrow. Dollar yen, on the other hand, really having a lot of pressure to the downside. We took out 99s late in New York session, probed underneath there. The real strong level here, the real support level is 98s. If we take down the 98s to the downside, it really opens up a full unwind back down to 96s. To the top side, the real level here is 150. If we can take that out to the top side, it puts us right back in play for a possible run towards the 103.50s. So yen also at some very key junctures here, but look, trading very heavy so far. And of course, if we do break down towards 98s, it really turns very ugly, as a lot of the support can start to go underneath here, as we can see. Cable is a kind of a mini euro trade. The levels here are 50 on the downside as a key support level, 52, but even above 52, there's 53 resistance. So it's kind of a tough slog for cable. One interesting thing about cable, though, is that it tends to be, when it moves, very powerful. So you can get these kind of squeeze vortexes that can blow through a lot of resistance, which is why it's worth watching. If we do get a massive anti-dollar flow tomorrow, cable could run all the way out to 53.50s, maybe even 54s, which is the next level of resistance. So worth watching very much as a potential trade. On a side note, if you're trading euro pound, where's my euro pound here? My euro pound. If you're trading basically dollar weakness, the dollar weakness has really been stronger to the euro than to the pound. And of course, we have the BOE minutes tomorrow, which could be pound dovish. So this move through the 87s could be interesting. And more interestingly, the move towards the 87.50s, 88s is the ultimate target here for euro pound longs as we start to continue to break out. So it's nice upwards sloping channel here with a takeout of 87s really pointing to 87.50 as the next level for us. And then last but not least, Aussie. Of course, Aussie looks also relatively constructive. I mean, it's trading above 92s. 93, 93.50 still a very stiff resistance. This has really been a very tough. We kind of, we failed here once, and we need to really take this out. We several times. Actually, we failed in 93 several times. Failed here, distribution kind of failed a little bit weaker here. Third attempt failed here. So if we do take this out, then you would have essentially set a very decent looking bottom here in the 90s, and a move back up in Aussie could take us all the way out to 95s. So the anti-dollar flow in the Aussie could be a very interesting trade. This still opens up the move here. Not as clear today because obviously, where's my euro Aussie? Not as clear today because euro definitely had a little bit of a Trump move on the Aussie at the end of the day. It bounced off the 42s, but still, euro Aussie in a distribution phase, in my opinion, sort of 3 triple tops over here, and a break below 42s does open up a run all the way down to 41s and ultimately possibly down to 38s. So still in a distributive phase. Either we get anti-dollar flow and Aussie outperforms, or we get dollar hawkishness and perhaps euro gets the brunt of the selling. We'll see. But here's how it trades here as far as a euro Aussie. If we do get Aussie weakness, though, the reason why I'm sort of Aussie bullish at this point is simply because the RBA minutes yesterday really suggested no potential rate cut, which has been a big anchor around Aussie's neck for the last week and a half. So if you assume that sort of Aussie gets a little bit of relative bid here, it's a big assumption, but if you do assume that, then you do have further distribution here in the Euro Aussie to the downside. We'll have to watch that as the day progresses. So that's pretty much how everything sets up with Dr. B. Tomorrow's obviously the high volatility day of the week. Everybody's going to have their eyes peeled early North America session as all this testimony takes place, and all the key levels are going to get run one way or the other. Wishing you guys the best of luck and the best of trading. This is Boris Schlossberg for BK Forex, over and out.